One of the games that's going to be sort of headlining PlayStation 4 this fall is Driveclub. We're finally getting it. It's been a little bit of a delay on account of, as far as I understood it, it's the system that drives the social experience that really made you delay the game. Is that correct?
Yeah, it wasn't as fluid and dynamic as we really wanted. And we wanted a completely seamless experience for the player, so we spent a lot of time getting that right, so it's a completely seamless experience and everything's dead simple to use, and you can interact with clubs and challenges and really get to understand and exploit the world of Driveclub to its best potential.
Because that is really the sort of the thing that sets Driveclub apart from other racing games, as far as I understand it anyway.
Yeah, no, certainly the whole club element, being able to play together as a club and being, having certain people that are better than other elements. So you can, I'm particularly good at doing time trials, so I could quite happily work on all the time trials in the background, but I'm not very good at drifting, so I would have somebody in my club who's really good at drifting, and together we would help accelerate the club and unlock more elements of the game and get more fame for our Driveclub than anyone else. And it's getting people together who like to play together and have different experiences and different expertises. It's just a more rounded experience. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be good at bits.
So that said, I got to say that when I got a look at the game here, and I haven't seen it in a while, maybe a year ago, it certainly looks like you put a lot of work into the visuals as well and the fidelity of it.
Yeah, certainly from the art side, we've spent a lot of time working on image quality. The programmers have helped given us entire new systems for both reflections, depth of fields. The whole lighting's been upgraded. The cloud system's gone even higher resolution. We're really concentrating on all the details, whether it's from the sky all the way down to the tarmac, all the way down to how the vehicles look and feel and interact with all the landscapes.
So you've opted to go for 5 different sort of regions, countries that you're picking in the game. Some of them a little bit unusual for a driving game. Sort of, what kind of challenges does that present to the art team?
Well, we had to do a lot of reference work. Certainly there's places where people haven't really been before. There's lots of trips around the world. I've certainly been to India and Canada as part of the reference trip, which was no hardship, it has to be said. But yeah, some of the guys had to go all the way out to Chile, Norway, just on the turn of winter, getting trapped in snow and things like that. There's a lot of variety. And of course, I went to Scotland as well, which I've lived there for 5 years. So it's close to my heart to be able to get the quality and believability of these locations.
Do you get different goggles on a familiar environment like that when you're actually making a game with it? Do you see things in a different light?
Yeah. When you have to start to analyze what makes up a location and what makes it breathe and feel like a real place, then you start to take it apart a bit more, and it's an interesting experience for an artist. You're doing little sketches and actually doing real paper artwork occasionally, and then it's all the way down to the technical things about how am I going to make the tarmac look right, how are these trees going to work. We even have to speak to botanists when we were in India to try and get the level of detail in the jungle correct.
So what does that mean, like when you're on vacation now? Do you start thinking of what if this was the next world we're going to do and things like that? It's like work.
Yeah, no, I'm always turned on now. As I was looking out the plane window as we flew across to America, and I was just looking out the window going, oh, that looks pretty good from the sky. Well, maybe I might have a look at that. And then, it's like even just driving to and from work, I'm always looking at the skies because, it's different sunset every day and cloud formations and how it affects the light. My driving's suffering a little bit in real life. My girlfriend gets a little bit scared every now and again. But it does make you concentrate on the environment and the worlds around you.
People tend to frown upon you if you drift on the freeway and then interstate.
There are nights when I leave the office and I'm the only person on the road, and I was like, I must slow down. Got to slow down.
So, also, sort of Driveclub is sort of the flagship AAA, if you will, at PS Plus. The PS Plus edition is coming out, and you're bringing one of those 5 nations out for that. So, what is the thinking there? How do you sort of perceive it? Is it sort of like a Trojan horse to get people into the full game, or how do you sort of treat it?
Well, we hope that people will download the PlayStation Plus, really enjoy the game experience and the actual connectivity of Driveclub, and then realise that the stunning beauty and the brilliance of the cars can only be expanded by buying the whole game. It gives a nice solid format for people to start interacting with and actually using the challenge system and doing the connectivity. So it should give people a really good intro to how Driveclub is, and hopefully spur them on to start challenging, competing from the extra locations and the extra vehicles they get when they purchase the full game.
Are you getting the full club experience via that, or?
As far as I'm aware, it's you get the entire game experience. We are just limiting the number of locations and vehicles.
pretty nice deal, and sort of, I don't know if it's going to be the first, but it feels like it's the first sort of AAA game that's going to be out on PS4 that way. So interesting approach to it, and hopefully something, because community is such a key thing to Driveclub, that'll sort of help. It's a new IP, that's always scary, but that will sort of help sell in and get the community going at a much higher level than perhaps otherwise.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We want to get as many people playing as soon as possible, so there's a big group of people all connected, all challenging each other, all interacting together. So, get that whole community running. It's going to be big, and hopefully, with the challenge system, the way it works, you can pass challenges on and on. So it could go viral, and hundreds of people playing your challenge, trying to beat you.
Yeah. It feels like this is the fall of social racing. You've got Forza Horizon 2, you got yourself, Driveclub, you got the crew coming, but very different approaches to what that social experience is. You got the sort of familiar small club where you and your friends are competing. Forza's got the big club with 1,000 people in, which is a very different approach to it, and crew has got that sort of almost like sandboxy gameplay in it. That's very different kind of thing. What do you feel about the competition and sort of how you're positioning yourself this fall?
Well, certainly Driveclub I think is going to be very intimate. Certainly the way I'm looking forward to playing Driveclub is with my friends. There's lots of people at university I used to play games with all the time, and now they're all over the world. So it's going to be one of those things. 5 of my best mates, all of us into driving games, playing and winning together is what I'm really looking forward to.
All right, and we've got it down, locked down for October. No more delays.
No. We'll be improving the game past launch, but yeah, there's no more delays. We're hitting the deadline, and it's going to be beautiful.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Not a problem. Thank you.